Before we go into this next song, we kind of found that it was probably best that we kind of explain where this song was kind of written from. So the next song we're going to sing, it involves words called dry bones. And there's really only one specific point in the Bible that really talks about dry bones coming alive. It's in the book of Ezekiel, chapters 36 and 37. And Ezekiel was a prophet to the Israelites when the kingdom of Judah was in captivity in Babylon. The people were upset. They were frustrated because they had completely messed up. They were far from God. And so chapter 36, Ezekiel lets into them. Tells them that what they've done is so shameful to God. Compares it to, in the NLT, it says that their conduct was as clean as a woman's menstrual cloth, which we look at today and we're like, that's really gross. We don't even really talk about it in church. But I think that Ezekiel here is using that imagery to get us to understand what sin and what they had done was to God. This was the worst thing that they could have done. But the thing is, he continues in 36 and he says, but if you change your ways, I'll make this wasteland become fruitful. You'll think he even says it'll be like the Garden of Eden again. Which, when we look at the Garden of Eden in the book of Genesis, it's absolutely filled with everything that we could ever want, anything we could ever need. But then chapter 37, the Lord actually takes Ezekiel into this valley of dry bones. And Ezekiel's kind of speaking in first person, saying that he led me through the valley, through this valley of dry bones. And verse 3 it says, then he asked me, Son of man, can these bones become living people again? O sovereign Lord, I replied, you alone know the answer to that. Then he said to me, speak a prophetic message to these bones and say, dry bones, listen to the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Look, I am going to put breath into you and make you live again. I will put flesh and muscles on you and cover you with skin. I will put breath into you and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So Ezekiel does this, and before his eyes he sees these bones begin to form together, begin to make skeletons, and muscles and flesh begin to form over the bones. But then it says, then skin formed to cover their bodies, but they still had no breath in them. And then verse 9, then he said to me, speak a prophetic message to the wind, son of man. Speak a prophetic message and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come, O breath from the four winds, breathe into these dead bodies so they may live again. So Ezekiel did what they said, and then they came to life and stood upon their feet, a great army. And then verse 11, then he said to me, Son of man, these bones represent the people of Israel. They're saying, we have become old, dry bones. All hope is gone. Our nation is finished. Kind of ironic, right? Therefore prophesy to them and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. O my people, I will open your graves of exile and cause you to rise again. And I will bring you back to the land of Israel, the land of promise. Because remember, they're in captivity right now. They're away from home. When this happens, O my people, you will know that I am the Lord. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live again and return home to your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done what I said. What I said. Yes, the Lord has spoken. I could break that down. We could almost have a sermon right here just from that. But maybe you're here tonight and you're kind of like the people of Israel. You're saying, I'm done. All hope is gone. Man, it's not even fall break and I'm already overwhelmed. I'm already done with classes. You could be saying, I'm dealing with all this personal stuff on top of school. Or maybe you're like, you're still together, but you don't have any breath. So tonight, if that's you, if any part of that is you, God's willing to put you back together. See, Ezekiel, he didn't say those words by himself. He said, the sovereign Lord says. The sovereign. He's in control. So tonight as we sing this song, I hope that makes a little bit more sense so that you can really dive into worship, and it's not just, why are we talking about dry bones coming to life? That absolutely makes no sense. But you understand that these dry bones, that was you before you knew Christ. That was you in your old way. But now that you've come to Christ, you know who you are. You're a new body. You're a new creation. So we say to bones tonight, God, we say to these dry bones, come alive. God, speak to us tonight. If there's somebody in here tonight that's dealing with they're at that point when they're in the valley and they're just dry bones laying around. God, I pray that you would speak and those dry bones would come together, not just with muscle, flesh, but also the breath of you. God, we ask these things in your name, God. Let us press into your presence tonight. God, let us hear from you. So all these things we ask in your name. Amen.
There's so much we have